What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the stupidity of Type Soul and how it hasn't changed from when it was actually active back in the day, or like a year ago. Now, just to begin, I've never been a hater of this game. I just would like for it to get better than it is right now because it's not in a good state of balance. Everyone knows it, and if you're denying it, stop being a fanboy. We all know it's unbalanced as fuck right now. And I'll be going over the reasons why I think those imbalances are happening. And the first topic I'm going to cover is race imbalances and the favoritism in all of it. Now, when it first came out, right, I was going through the logs. I am an avid Vasto card player. I've been here since the first days. I got it when it was like pretty much impossible to get. I still remember the times. It was great. But after I logged in, I was an Old Katana user. And I was reading the change logs, and I noticed that Old Katana got changed, and I was reading it, and it was pretty sensible. It was a sensible change. It wasn't a guard break, it was too quick, and they had changed from a guard break to high posture, which, makes sense, as long as, everything else is also changed that's quick, and guard breaks and whatnot, because guard break meta isn't too fun. Everything being a guard break is boring. But as I scrolled through, I saw no other weapon changed. And I also saw that in the same update, they also said that Blade Sarrow would now be reduced to 5% damage from its 11, which was more than half of its damage taken. But to make up for this change, they would now make it a guard break, which they did not, as you can see from this clip right here. Now, the issue with all of this is that nothing else was changed. That idea they had of specifically removing a guard break from a quick crit weapon wasn't applied to anything else. Matter of fact, they had added several quick weapons in that same update. The Quincy Glock, for example, had 2 criticals that both guard broke you. They added a Warden weapon, the Fist Quincy weapon, that was faster than an M1, and it guard broke you. And it also chained you like a fucking slave. And they changed the longsword crit to a 2-part, which guard breaks you and drags you. Didn't change the katana crit at all. The katana Shikigami weapon, which drags you along with it and is genuinely quicker than old katana. Now, so I started thinking, along with the changes they made to Vasto in general, which is stripping it of all of its value and just reducing it down to cosmetic Sarrow, which is quite literally its only advantage right now. It has a cosmetic Sarrow. Why did they do this? I couldn't figure it out. I was molding for a while. My friends were making fun of me, but it genuinely didn't, I couldn't make sense of it. So I started going through everything and realized that pretty much everything is still really broken. For example, Quincy's are favored as fuck. Their clans, for one, are better than most others. On top of that, their Shriffs are actually mostly balanced. I would say Gluttony was a very good one they introduced. It's very balanced, it's very good. I give them props for that. I've not really seen any bad Gluttony clips that really just break it off as an unbalanced thing. But Visionary, I'd like to talk about Visionary and what the fuck we did to ever deserve being hit by this godforsaken fucking Shrift. Now, the first part about it is the damn near instant guns that come out that you would pretty much just have to always look for. You can't react to it, not really, unless you're on like 10 ping. Unless you're 10, 20 ping, maybe 40 if you're lucky. You can't really react to it. You don't have enough time. You have to be out looking out for it, which, fine, ping issue, I'll accept it, whatever. But the next move, the fucking meteors that can aim anywhere on the map that you legit almost cannot escape. Unless you see their character breaking their fucking back, trying to hit that move on you, you cannot escape it. It is simply too quick. Each one stuns you, and guess what? They can move stack it. While you're getting hit by the meteors, they can whip out a full fucking combo on your ass. And you just lose a bar and a half because you weren't paying attention for half a fucking second. Now, on to the next thing, which, I'll actually give you an example of why races are unbalanced. Here we go. So, back then, races were unbalanced because Vasto was the only one with an obtainment method. The other ones like Visored and Let's Still were broken as shit for a very specific reason. Getting them was damn near impossible. Vasto was the same, but for a different reason entirely. It took playtime. It took your time, not just luck. You would have to stay consistently on that path and get Vasto, but for that same reason, the possibility of getting it was much larger. Back then, when you saw a question mark on the leaderboard, you didn't go, who is that? Which race are they? And go to clan. You pretty much knew it was a Vasto. No one else was a Visored or Let's Still, so the imbalance came with it naturally. And even then, there were very few Vastos. But as times went on and it reduced in difficulty, it became more and more just over-exuded. Everyone was Vasto, and they couldn't really balance it. Even then, it still had some bonuses. Now today, Vasto, as I've said, was reduced down to a cosmetic black Cero after being stripped of all of its passives, and it was given to everyone else. Now, why is this an issue? Why did this happen? Is because they reduced the difficulty of it by over at least 10 to 20 times what it was before. And I'm not joking. The spawn rates of a Juchis are at least 5 times higher. You get 2 more mass cracks per each, and no one really kills you anymore because they don't need to 1v1 you anymore for Vasto. You just need 25, which is the equivalent of 13 back in the day, or 12, which isn't even true. It was probably the equivalent of 5. So out of the 100 to 150 you needed, now you only need 5 out of that 100 that you originally needed, which, I fuck with it. Maybe not everyone wants to sit here for 5 hours, right? And I would stay fucking with it if they also added those quests for the other races, like a hard quest during progression where they have to go through it to get their advanced race. But the issue is a thing like that doesn't exist. So while the other 2 super races, which is how I'll be referring to the question mark thingies, did receive nerfs overall, they didn't receive too many. Visored still gives you an overall stat upgrade while enhancing all of your moves during it. And this basis was made off the fact that it's a mode and it only lasts temporarily. However, getting Visored mode is genuinely the easiest thing you can do. You hit someone 7 times, you have Visored, and for the next 4 minutes you have the mode, which is genuinely insane given how powerful it is. Floating strikes is, I think, still a guard break. Fast Fang travels half the map. Time cut is just straight up enhanced. Half your moveset is enhanced, and you're given a stat buff. And when you move on to Let's gives you a better Blitveen, which is the entire point of an rank card to be tanky, given over to Quincy. So they're already, in essence, a Vasto. Pretty much. They're already a Vasto at that point where they unlock Let's, but that's not enough. So when they pop it, they now get essentially what is a fuck you option, or an option that lets them say, fuck you, I'm not gonna want to fight you anymore. And just arrow volley your ass to the other side of the map. And the issue with that is these things come out damn near instantly on moves. The M1s, sure, you can maybe dodge them, which I'll debunk right now. Look at this clip. Try dodging it. Way out of the fucking line of fire. Still hits me. Just saying. It has no cooldown. They just fire Ceros at you. 70% posture. Keep in mind, my build is maxed the fuck out. I have Jagger Jack. I have mad posture. And they're still doing this to me. It will most likely guard break a normal fucking player. So, and they have no cooldowns on this at all. They can just sit back and just beam your shit till you die. Because why the fuck not, right guys? And that is the comparison you have to make. That Vasto has nothing but a cosmetic Cero. Visored has its mode, which gives it more stats and enhances its moveset. And Quincy's have a fuck you option, and they will beam your shit with Ceros for 24 hours a day with no Reacountour being used. What the fuck ever. Let's move past that. And let's talk about builds and actual abilities that are unbalanced. Now, I like to say that these devs genuinely might not just test anything at all, because it's hilarious how unbalanced things are at which rarity. And I'll begin with our rank cards, because I'm not an rank card dick rider. Where we deserve a lot of criticism, I will give us criticism. This is not gonna be a rank card dick riding video. I refuse it. Whatever. Now, explain to me why Slash and fucking Bone are the most brain-dead fucking things, along with Starrk, to ever exist. Starrk's hitbox. Let's go with Starrk. It's a legendary. Let's give it his props. Starrk has a move where it summons a wolf on you that does 70 to 80% of your posture. You already know I'm hella postured up. It does hella posture. Doesn't go away if you hit the enemy, which is, I think, one of the main issues in this game. Most projectiles, if you hit the enemy, don't go away, which is an issue because I just caught you off guard. I want to continue combo. Nope, gets hit in the back. Now, same with that wolf. There's hella posture damage, and pretty much just renders you incapable of doing anything until he's gone, which applies what you would call infinite pressure, because you're now forced to guard that motherfucker. And what the other guy does is simply Zero Corazon you. Now, Zero Corazon, I would like to think that these devs genuinely shoved a stick up their ass, looked up, and coded the fucking move that way. Because why does it hit behind the player that fucking casts it, has hyper armor through all of its startup and duration, and in the case that it hits you, it teleports them to you, and in the case they miss it, they have iframes to escape the combo you're about to put their ass into for missing a move. I can't be the only one that physically thinks this shit doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And the other move, the little beams, they're quick. So if they're doing a flash step and you try to chase, bam, now you're getting shot in the back. You can't react to it. It's mad quick. Whatever. That move is kind of meh. It's just kind of a skill issue in my department. So I'll give it that. But those two moves are unbalanced. And I did show on screen. You saw that shit. Now, let's move on to Bone. Bone, guys. Supposedly a common. Might as well be a fucking mythical at this point. Bro, that shit has a 2-part hit. Gigantic fucking zone hitbox on the little eruption that does crazy damage. Also has that one move where Still is just taking out the picture, which with the same sense as Corazon. They threw 2 bones out, right? And usually with that move, as a good example being Shadow Seekers from Deepoken, if you hit the dude, it cancels. Or if you parry, it's worthless. Now, the only issue is, even if you parry the initial hit, the bones will still home in on you. And even if you parry one bone, the second bone will still hit you. Because it is not a static spawn. They don't spawn in the same location or have the same rhythm. So they just kind of appear. And you have to deal with it. And that applies what I would also refer to as infinite fucking pressure. You are forced to guard, which in most cases, the motherfucker will simply guard break you for guarding. So now you're left with an impossible decision. Do I guard this attack I can't do nothing against? Or get railed by the other guy? You're just stuck there. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. That's pretty self-explanatory. The grab is pretty cheeks. Well, not really cheeks because it grabs you out of dodges and does not care about them. Your pretty much only option is to predict it and block, but let's move past that. Let's go on to Slash real quick. Explain to me what smoke y'all took in your lungs to actually think that was semi-okay. It has a dash move at you that locks on, has hyper armor, and is guaranteed to hit unless you block it. However, in the case that you block it, you know, your brain would go, I just blocked his move. Because when they nerfed Quincy's Fear and removed it from Legendary, put it into Rare, and then nerfed its dash to have end lag, your brain would go, oh, this guy just dushing at me. I'll block it and then hit him after. You will receive the most vile raping you've ever had in your damn life for attempting to be logical, because it does not have end lag. Matter of fact, they will be quicker than you in every case, because you are guarding, and all they have to do is spam a move because they don't have to concern with that shit. No end lag, just whip your ass. So, that's fair, I guess. On top of just the slashes being ridiculously quick, it's a quick insta-cast move that stuns you. It's just straight up ridiculous. Now, let's move on to Quincy. Genuinely have pretty much no issues with that, as I said. Gluttony is pretty good. Visionaries, meteors should not exist, as I said, unless you're watching them bend their back and are watching out for that meteor. It will hit you. They will move stack you. You will get eviscerated from this planet. And if you try to tell a dev, they will tell you to get fucked. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Quincy's. I don't really see extremely good Shrift for them. They're pretty balanced other than Visionary. The new one, Gluttony, pretty fire. Miracle, kind of goofy because it can easily get bypass guard by aiming at your side. And it flashbangs you IRL, which, Epilepsy, fuck them, I guess. And to go to Shinigami, though. Here is the fucking crux of the problem of abilities. Every fucking legendary on Shinigami, other than the new theater, is hot dog shit. It is hot dog shit. Always will be. Now, moving on to why. It's because the comments are just simply way better. Confusion. Why is confusion good? Because it simply stops the enemy from doing this one thing that is very important. That is, it's called playing the fucking game. Yeah, it just takes their ability to play the game at all. Like, you simply just like get better than them, in the sense that like you can't be better than them, but like, what if you was? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the basis of confusion. There's not better way to put it. It's pretty fucking brain dead. Now, my boys, let's move on to Lightning. Lightning, the one move set that the devs definitely did not think through or have any fucking sense of balancing. Now, it has one move that bypasses guard at all, totally, not even just like a guard break. It just bypasses. It doesn't care. Fuck your posture. It is pretty much undodgeable given how fucking quick it is, and it is an instantaneous teleport, meaning that if you try to get out of its way, it will not fucking happen unless you have enhanced steps on. So, this move also happens to do like half a fucking bar. Its other move follows the tendency of Slash, which, its dash, the little slam down thing they do. You think I parried it. Let me punish him. No, does not have end lag. Most of the time, they will either parry, dash away, or whip your ass instead. And the little third move that shouldn't exist is particularly, very fucking particularly, the instant fucking dash. It comes out instantly, is unreactable, stuns you, and extends any combo. Do I need to say more? Now, before this video gets too long, I'm gonna just go to the next one, with that being Shadow. Now, why is Shadow so good in my opinion is that, one, it has a cross-map dash at you that blocking doesn't really do anything against. As I've said, these devs don't understand the permits of you being able to counter something when they fuck up and you block them. Even if you parry them, genuinely they can just walk away. Why would they, right? A fucking dash, the speed of goddamn sound. You block that shit, don't matter. You still get hit. You still get hit by, in the sense of like, they will smack you first anyway. The other moves are no better. It's a chase down move. It's a chase down move that just follows you and is faster than a flash step. So if you make the fucking poor ass decision to be like, let me get out the way, it will fucking do it for you. It will find you. And the only issue with this is that this move also applies this little fucking thing I mentioned before of infinite fucking pressure. You are forced to either guard or dodge it, so the caster doesn't fucking rail you, but take the hit anyway. Which isn't very good in my opinion. You shouldn't really be forced to endure anal sex for missing or wanting to block something or dodge it. But I guess that's my preference. And the third move, which might genuinely be the most cancer move ever, because when you see something right in close range, at least my first instinct is to try to get away from it. Now, in the span of a third of a fucking second that I used to react to that tiny little pool showing up, which is the exact, pretty much the same as the following snake one, my brain goes, it's gonna be the snake. Let me dash away so this dude doesn't fucking rail me when I try to block it. But instead, I get grabbed like a 3-year-old whose dad just had too many beers and then fucking railed anyway, because this shit not only keeps you in the air almost indefinitely, but slams you down straight into their fucking combo. Now, the fourth reason for Shikai, wind. Why is it a thing? Like, genuinely asking, why is it a thing? It has an pretty much instantaneous cast on anywhere in the map, where it just kind of blows up a big ass area, and what do you do about it? Approximately nothing. You can't react to it. Half the time, you can't even fucking see it. And that leads into the second move, the chase down auto target grab, which wouldn't be that bad if it didn't pretty much guarantee any combo you ever wanted in the game, because on recasting it, it drags the opponent back to the caster. Why is this bad, you may ask? Because while they're being dragged, the opponent is free to do whatever the fuck they want. So they will true combo your bitch ass off of one mistake to lose at least a third of your health. And not to mention the other move, which is quick as shit and is a projectile. It's a projectile that guard breaks you, and not only that, you think that's the end of it. No. Even if he doesn't guard break you and just hits you, it stuns you worse than a guard break would, which also then extends the combo they just put you through. I genuinely don't wish anything good for these players. I hope they genuinely fall through a gap in the earth and never appear again. Now, let's move on to the other thing. How these devs don't know how to balance anything. And I mean changes, because whatever, the game came out in a shitty state. Why am I bashing it this hard? Because any attempt we've ever made to solve anything in this fucking game has been met with revolt, disgust, etc. Why, you may ask? I don't fucking know. Maybe you tell me. Go in the comments, call me stupid. But every sensible fucking thing we've said, remove Quincy Keto's auto aim or nerf it at 50 keto, was met with pretty much fuck you. Here's an example, for one. Visionary's Meteors, which might be the genuine most OP single skill in the game, we gave a very sensible reason. My friend Haldo, I mean, because he has better connections than I do, he gave a very clear suggestion, very sensible one, that move stacking, a move that already stuns you and does like a third or half of your bar, should not be a thing. The response he got for that was, get fucked. Now, I don't know if it's just you or me or anything else, but like, why would anyone who's genuinely passionate about the game and the game they are creating respond to one of their most avid fans who are trying to help them fix the game with get fucked? I don't know if this is an ego trip or not, or whatever he's doing, but you better fix it quick, because the last owner didn't really last long with that type of fucking treatment. I'm just telling you. I don't care if you think I'm irrelevant or what. But I will tell you this right now. You're not going to be lasting for all that long. Time Soul started hot too, first time around. You don't keep your guns up. You don't listen to the community. You're not going to last any longer. Just know that. I don't care if you think I'm irrelevant or call me a fucking raccoon on the street or a dog or a cat or sit mutt. I don't care. I'm just giving you advice. Now, it's also the issue that they don't understand how to nerf things. We complained about Quincy Keto, and instead of actually addressing the fucking root of the problem, which is them running away, beaming your shit, and just spamming moves, their idea was to nerf one of the most useless fucking combos it had, which is Focal Point and Still Silver, by placing a global fucking cooldown on Focal Point. Now explain to me how a move that was designed specifically for that fucking reason got that removed and is now just a singular shitty version of itself. Instead of addressing the root of the problem, auto aim, restock, it's fucking the Quincy's ability to just negate fucking damage better than Hero fucking Arankar variants or Vasto Cartreuse. Their damage reduction is it's around 30%, which is almost damn near double the reduction of a Hero Vasto. Now this doesn't really make sense in the sense that Quincy players always say, oh, but Blood V lasts shorter. It doesn't matter how long it lasts if it's that much stronger, because if the area of time where this thing occurs is shorter, but the effect is far greater, an effect that is far lesser but affects a greater area is gonna result in the exact same shit. However, if they simply don't care about defense, guess what, guys? We just gonna slide you this split artery. Here, take this damage real quick. Like, what? Like, nah, just like, either or, bro. Pick either or. Don't give them the addition of both. It just makes no sense. So, that's the issue. These devs do not know how to balance. They do not listen to us. They look at it for a few seconds, just decide whatever the fuck they think is OP about it, and just say, fuck it, let's do that. Don't test it at all either. Which brings me to the next point. They don't test anything. As shown in these examples, true Vasto dodge variant, currently one of the most hyped up things in this game for some godforsaken reason, might genuinely be the worst singular fucking thing you can get from a true hog ever. Don't believe me? Here's a few examples. Longsword critical goes through dodge, as you see right here. Visionary meteors goes through the dodge, as you see right here. The dodge is not a dodge of a move, it is a dodge of an instanced damage. So, if anyone were to just feel like hitting you with a multi-hit move, you are now as useless as a regular Arankar, because as I mentioned, guys, don't forget, Vasto cards are pretty much just a cosmetic Black Zero. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. And the dodge recharges every 25 seconds, which is really only usable if you're going on offense with Strata Strike. And even then, it's not really that effective unless the dude's brain is half a centimeter long and it's the first time you're using it, because if you use it the first time and you dodge and they M1 you, they're gonna learn and they will multi-hit the fuck out of you the second time. And if that hasn't happened to you, get out of bronze elo, you fucking gremlin. Now, anyway, that is pretty much the gist of everything. This is not really a criticism video. It's more like how to improve the game. Listen to your fucking community. We know what the fuck we're talking about. We're the ones actually playing the game. Get off your high horses. Listen to us for the love of Christ, or whatever the fuck you believe in. I don't even know. Do you believe in anything? Probably not. Anyway, whatever you believe in, yourself. You're fucking egoists. Believe in yourself and believe that we're right, because we are. Let's be honest, you don't play your fucking game. You don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't think your testers even do anything at this point. What do they do? Get benefits? Like, it's just pointless. Now, I'd like to finish this off by saying that, yeah, listen to your community, nerf certain things, buff others. Let me not even mention Vampire, bro. Reacountour, I'd just like to say, I respect you greatly. Not today, though, because the fuck were you yapping about in your video about how Stark is trash and Vamp is OP? You called Phage a command grab, which is retarded. It's really not. It does 30% posture and is barely fucking hittable. And Echo is also guardable, and you said it has everything but Phage, including Phage actually has hyper armor, which it doesn't. Echo does not have hyper armor, and it's blockable. And Payday, genuinely, if you're getting hit by Payday, just not even talking about just parrying, if you're getting hit by Payday and not blocking, quit the fucking game. You don't deserve to walk on this plane, I'm sorry. Like, you genuinely, Payday might be the most useless fucking skill in this game, unless the dude doesn't have an F button. It doesn't even do half your posture, again. Why are you complaining? And I just mentioned how OP Stark is. You know I'm right. I just showed examples. You didn't. So I'll just like to wrap this video up. If you agreed with what I said, please share this fucking video so we can get some actual balanced gameplay up in this bitch. And yeah, true Vastos are not fucking balanced not in the good way. They are absolutely horrible. Regen variant might be the only good one. Good job on them for that. Fucking props. Somehow you did something good. Hero variant, practically fucking useless, because it gives you like 2% more fucking damage reduction, and in the supposed upside of it is infinite hero, which let me give you this little insight I have of running the fuck away for 2 seconds. Your hero runs out, Biggie, bitch. Hit the fucking flash step around the map. What are they gonna do? Catch you? No. Let's be honest. You don't need hero variant. And the dodge variant, as I just showed you in the very many examples, just doesn't work. It simply is not good. Don't pretend like it is, you fucking gremlin YouTubers. Vert, I see you dick riding it. No. We both know that shit's ass. Stop it. Now, I just like to wrap this video up. If you think I'm right, comment down below. I'm not gonna take any offense. I'm just gonna actually discuss it with you guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I know I'm not wrong because most people agree with me, and I've actually talked to them about this, and this is all confirmed information I've gotten from people. So you're not gonna say that I didn't confirm it because I did. Now, you leave comments, subscribe, like, whatever. I do need to get to 1,000 subs, so just please, for the love of God, now leave comments. I will discuss pretty much every comment I get with you guys. I'm willing. Let's fucking go. I got all time in the world, baby.